So what's that about? 9, that's not focusing. That's not focusing either. Focusing? Is that even the word? That's focused now. So what, 9 o'clock on, as we call it in Scotland, Hogmanay? Or Hugmanay? Hugmanay? Well, we'll not be hugging any. Because we're in another lockdown, aren't we? So 3 hours time this year is over. And I can't wait to see the back of it. I don't want to put any negativity on next year, but is it really going to be any better? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not anti-vax or pro-vax or anything like that, but I'm not going to take a vaccine. However, right, let's see if the camera focuses. I thought I would have done this by now. I thought it had been done and dusted, and by now I'd be showing you the finished results. So I reckon it was 10 hours in the other day. I've did another maybe 12 hours on it, so that's 22 hours worth of work. Always thought it'd be about half a week to do this job, but man, because I've not done it for a while, you forget how much is involved. Usual sketch. Anytime I went to weld anything, there was no steel to weld on. Now that looks really rough. Get my hand going, see if I can keep it in focus. That looks really rough, but bit of bodywork hammer, knock the welding down, some fiberglass over the top, it's car body filler, and I'll be able to hide that. So basically what you do, is my bodywork hammer anyway. No, I can't see my bodywork hammer, hang on. Again, a Bill's Tool Store special. So, last year, what a riot that was. In fact, it was sitting right next to me. So again, another Bill's Tool Store special, my favourite wee shop in Glasgow. God knows what they've done without them. So this is a bodywork hammer. This end's got a pointed head to it. So basically what you do is you go around the welded areas and knock them down so that, in fact, I think I've already done it. That's actually lower than that piece of steel. That piece of steel there, so when the car body filler goes across the top of it, hides all the welding. The welding looks terrible, but you know what? Really bloody strong. Really, really strong. So what I have done is all the prep. The weather's been shocking as well, so as I said in another video, the landlord, quite rightly, doesn't want me welding in the building, so that's the prep work done to get the welding done. There's been snow and stuff in Scotland, and it's been like 0 degrees, -1, -2 degrees, so it's not been very comfortable in the workshop. Again, I do enjoy doing this, I must admit. I've been really, really frustrated, and I wanted to leave about an hour ago, but the point I wanted to get to, I've kind of got to. So let's pull some clamps off and have a look. This panel is going to get welded across there. That's going to be the new sill section at the bottom. Fabricated that myself using a fire extinguisher with a couple of, what do you call them, ratchet straps, tie down straps. Cut the metal to the right size, put it over the fire extinguisher, use the ratchet straps, pull them back and forward, and that sort of gets me half the shape I need. So let's remove the first clamp. Please focus. Right, there we go. So if I put my hand in front of it, it seems to focus. Right, so that one comes out. That's the aftermarket part I bought from the internet. So that's, I was right about it as well. I thought maybe that piece of steel there would have not been corroded, but it was corroded back to there. So basically, I said it in the last video, I was really paranoid about chopping the whole thing out and perhaps the door wouldn't shut properly on me or whatever. I've since found a Russian guy on YouTube that's did more work to these vans than I have. This shows you the type of exciting life I've got. Oh, please focus. And he just cut the whole thing out and didn't care. So I may or may not put a link to that in the description. The step, what I've tried to do as well, I've not mentioned this, I should probably mention it. The aftermarket parts, I've tried to chop them down. That was bigger than that when I got it, and I've cut bits off it. And my thinking behind that is if anyone else has to go and do a repair, I've left enough meat in the bones that later on you could buy the same part and there'll be more steel left on it to weld into the thing. So let's have a look. I'm not going to call it the Black Wolf cutter. So that's all been taken out, dressed and prepped. I did a bit of metal work in here as well in the chassis. The chassis is fortunately really quite thick. So, well, even picked that up. Right, so that's the new inner repair section. Some heavy camera work from your Uncle Dog. That gets clamped on there and it'll get welded. That section, the foot section, will get over the top of it. So, I don't even think I should have scripted this, you know. Let's take the other clamp off. Alright, one last thing that I've did with this is I've lost, there's meant to be rubber bungs going here. So what I've done is welded in these nuts. And instead of putting rubber bungs in, let's go over the table and see if we can see it. Instead of putting rubber bungs in the back of it, fabricated a little piece of steel that'll bolt in place and make it a little bit stronger if I need to get corrosion protection in or out. I can just whack that on and off. So I don't think I've got any amusing anecdotes. Have I got any amusing anecdotes? Nothing. I'm too tired and burst. Going to go home. I'm going to have some wine with my wife and my daughter. To my friends and family. I don't think next year could be worse than this year, short of catching cancer or something. So stay safe, y'all. Thanks for sticking with me in my terrible YouTube channel. If I get some time tomorrow and the weather's dry enough, I'm going I'll come in, get all this welded up, and that should be massive. Again, I don't know why I keep thinking that bit there was kind of the first section that I put in. Now just to tie it all together. And then as I started cutting it out, everything was whacked. Everything was whacked. So it's all fresh steel. It's going to be really, really strong. It's an awful lot of work. Maybe, what did I say? Maybe 22 hours. Again, if you were a guy that did this for a living, you'd probably do it in maybe a third of that time or half of that time. And if you had tools, get some sample cam going, because as we know from the comment section, you'll love it. I've been inhaling too many pieces of metal and car under seal. Right, so very happy new year to everyone, one and all. My friends, my family, my immediate family, my family that are in the four corners of the world. God, I'm blessed to have you, I really am. To all my friends from the workshop that watch your videos and friends from Twitter and stuff like that, thank you. And let's hope that 2021 is going to be absolutely fantastic for the lot of us. If the lockdowns continue, I think I'm going to, this van will be done. There's not much more to go on. All the outside structural work sorted. I've got a panel to weld in the back. That's all prepped and ready to rock. So it's kind of made a good use of a crap situation, hasn't it? Right, so next year for me, vans, I want to go camping, this thing, and I want to make tunes in my recording studio. The only other thing I've got to do in the workshop is there's a toilet through there that's an absolute riot. I need to get that done. As soon as I get that done, I'm going to start spreading my time between, this might be quite good, you know. I'm pulling my penis out on YouTube. I'm going to start spreading my time, maybe one day a week do building work in the workshop, another day a week work in the van, and the rest of the time sound engineer and make records upstairs. The business has survived, which is remarkable, you know. It really is. My goodness. not done a pay. I've not touched any audio equipment in an awful long time. So where was I? Thank you everyone, and let's just enjoy tonight, and hopefully when the sun comes up tomorrow, I'll be the start of better things. Okay, right. Take care. Bye.